Welcome back to my channel. We are back again next to the main entrance, next to the main glass house. I'm gonna take a tour of the roses. Look at that. We are in middle of May. Those metallic things, they are art pieces. They're gonna be here for a few weeks. This is something that my grandma would have in the garden because of the colors. So this is the Lady Salisbury. Petite de Hollande. These are two. So these beautiful red ones called the Tuscany Superb. We get a rose, very light pink. This is the spirit of freedom. This is what it's called. So this is Rosa Saint Sweeten. Looks very similar than the last one. And the last one I'm gonna show you today is Rosa Brother Cutfile, which is most probably this one. And you can find it if you come to the Kew Garden next to the main entrance. This rose garden is fantastic. I wanna have something like this when I retire. So this is middle of May and the rose garden is blooming, and I came here with the mobile phone charged to 66%, which is not gonna be enough for today, but we try to make it last. It's Saturday afternoon. The weather is quite okay, but we need to wear the spring jackets, but otherwise it's fine. Those flowers, roses, white roses, a little bit pink on the side or yellow on the side, they are beautiful. They are much bigger than the rest. They called Rosa Desdemona. On the way here we went to the Tesco, you can see it here, to get the sandwich, the salmon and cream cheese. And sometimes they have it, sometimes not. And today they had it, and all the shelves were completely full, 100% stocked up. So actually I spent there like 10 minutes because there was a wide selection of things, and you know, it can make the day so much better. Look at this cute little bird. Came here to make friends. We are in the Kew Gardens in London. It's very important to say always which month, which season is this, because then because it's a garden, so it's always changing. And this caught our eyes because that's the first time we see this tree blooming, and this is middle of May. And this tree, as you can see, is next to the most famous glass house in the Kew Gardens called the Water Lily House. So it's just basically behind it. We need a little help here because it's not easy to remember the name. Paulovina Kawakami, and the tree is from Taiwan. It's quite easy to remember because the flower has this light purple color with the spots. And next to the flower you have these things, probably seeds, that looks like the bird mouth, the bird beak in it. A quick selfie, of course, with the tree. Entering the Water Lily House. It exactly feels like stepping into a French Impressionist painting, I'm telling you that. Absolutely fantastic. I could spend here days and days just to take pictures. And you know, usually I'm using a mobile phone to record this, but just for this Water Lily House I would buy and learn how to operate a proper camera. I think when I was a child, I had very limited view of what kind of jobs I can have when I grow up. Definitely, if I know about this, that I can work as a botanist in a botanical garden, I might have gone for that one, or working in a steel factory or something like that. Yeah, I would definitely would go for that sort of jobs. Because look at this scenery. I can absolutely imagine myself to be here every
Let me
single
show you
day.
something. The water lily house back to the rose garden. So, let me introduce you to the tulip tree, all the way from the USA. Look at this, and it's blooming right now. Yeah, like this, like this, like those guys, full of flower, and it's mid-May. So if you want to see this, look at the bees. Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't come so close. So if you want to see this, you come here middle of May. And the tree is huge, and it's next to the water lily house as well. So there's no end to it. Look, it's huge.
When I was in my 20s, I had a friend, Cedric, and because of him, we traveled a lot. We went to visit every single city in Europe. He went to Asia, he went to other parts of the world as well. I stayed in Europe and North America. But whenever we went to visit a city, we always went to the botanical gardens. We always visited the parks and places like that. And to be honest, if I go by myself, I would have skipped those parts. And because of him, we visited those places, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I'm going to tell you why. So, you know, all those self help books, podcasts, and YouTube channels, TikToks. Like, for example, I am studying right now at the university. I study economics, mathematics, and all sort of modules and subjects. And it's just so much sometimes. And the best way to relax, where it was like, it took me more than a year to figure out what would work for me, that would relax me. Definitely it was not watching something on any streaming service, anything on any streaming platform. I needed to do something physical. I was thinking about golf, anything, you know, playing in groups or something. But the problem is the time. I never had time for it. And then I realized that how cool it was to visit different cities, Barcelona, Paris, and then go to the botanical gardens. So since then, every single week, I go and enjoy nature, and it works wonders. Especially now that I'm done with all the exams, and I'm just waiting for the results. I'm waiting for my fate to know what's gonna happen to me. And oh my god, look at these trees. They have been here for hundreds of years. The other day, I was reading an article, the top 10 video games of the year, and even there, I was reading the ones where you need to go to a house. Basically, it's like a castle, a family living there, and you need to investigate things there. And it's a castle, and they have a winter garden, and I love that winter garden. Thank you for watching. See you next time.